Welcome. Hope that everyone had starting a very great trading day. Starting with another trading day, second day of the week, we see that after yesterday's drop on gold, we saw immediate bounce back, making a clear U-turn. So begin with some of the pairs that I was looking at today early with GBP pairs, CAD, and gold. As news coming later today, we could see that significant movement. That is the main goal here, to see some volatility so that we can open some good trading opportunity starting with the day. And I hope that every one of you, all of you, are ready for another trading day. Now, before I progress, if you are new to the channel, this is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. So let's begin another profitable trading day. We will be looking at one by one all the instruments that I'm personally looking to trade, as well as also you can let me know which one you are looking at using the live chat. So before I progress, make sure that you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's begin with gold first of all, as it is at the top at the moment. You know that always looking at gold, looking at the monthly first of all. Now from the monthly, we see that gold is following the script. Okay, so you see that here gold, this is a long-term bullish market, and previous months gold has formed a bullish engulfer. Now if you look at my weekly forex forecast, couple of weeks, gold almost did as expected. Now you might be asking that how does this prediction comes in play, and how you can predict in the same way. If you look at what we see, that here is, this is a, you can see this is a monthly price action. Now the first thing that I looked at in this market is the historical market structure. Now gold historically bullish market, you can see this is a long-term bull market creating series of higher high and higher low, and we saw a local breakdown here on gold, which is basically a manipulation quite a few months from longer term perspective. So the structure on gold is this is the structure on gold, and this drop on gold is liquidity grab. So almost back to back, quite a few months of liquidity grab has given gold a new momentum for an upside. Now if you look at the subtle part of this is the monthly candle, and this is a very little difference, but it really makes a big difference. That I'll show you a couple of examples, but that really makes a big difference. If you look at this support here, you see this is the monthly low, and there is a little bit of higher low, so that's called a near miss sometime, and that near miss might bring gold to bounce to create a new higher high. Because it failed to create a lower low, it is likely to create a higher high on the other side. So there is a chance for gold to be bullish for long term picture. Now looking at long term is always a best idea, especially in trading, and you can look at long term picture in every dimension of our life. Even if you look at a career, a study, or anything like that, long-term picture always will give you a very good idea of everything. So not very different in trading. So if you look at the long-term picture on gold, which is a long-term bullish market, so looking at the weekly, we can see that after previous weekly bullish candle, this week the market has come down as expected, had a bounce. Now this is a purely bull market from all time frame perspective. The price is now just breaking this weekly high, so there is a void here, and chance for gold to bounce to the upside is very high So on the lower time frame, we will be waiting for a local breakdown. Now, if you are not sure what a local breakdown, I have created an entire lesson on how to understand local breakdown. Will be posted this weekend, so make sure that you are not missing out by subscribing and pressing the bell button. So with that being said, what we here see a bullish candle on the daily, and this is a purely bull market. There is an inverted head and shoulder on the daily, a break from that inverted head and shoulder, and looking at here is the daily support level on gold, and with that daily support, the market currently bounced off this level, and you can see back to back 2 daily narrower candle has given another momentum for gold potential bounce. And with that inverted head and shoulder, the price tested the neckline, got rejected. Now we see that this daily candle is potentially bullish. Now here is the daily opening, we can see with a wickless candle, which is a sign of very strong bullish price action. So let me go back to the 4 hour. There is a breakdown yesterday, which is a fake down, and from that fake down we saw the market has taken U-turn to move towards its long-term direction of the trend. So looking at from the lower time frame, now this is where we will be focusing on for potential entry. Now here you see that this is a very strong today so far. Since the market opened, it's in a bull move with the news that we have seen that it's a strongly bullish market. Now looking at a very lower time frame, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, for me this is the level that I will want to see that gold has come down and gathered liquidity, as we can expect a local drop, and that is where we can look for long-term picture to take a bull move. So far we have come from monthly to 15 minutes to find the directional bias. So there are 2 most important questions that we need to answer when we are trading, is when and where, okay, or which way and where from. Okay, so which way that we have got so far from the market structure. So to identify the market structure, the most important part here for us is to find a liquidity zone, and from the market structure we see a directional bias, because you know when you are trading you need to answer 2 most important question. One is which way, like should I buy or should I sell. The other question is, okay, I found the directional bias, I'm going to buy. Is that now or when? When we need to trigger that button? And this is the mistake that I made also when I begin my trading. Is I was very good at finding the direction, guessing the movement, or from the technical analysis, from the fundamental, from news, but I was very poor at finding when is the right time. And the proof is that I always either entered too early or too late. And if a trader is not sure about when, the most important and the frequent mistake happens is either entering too early or too late. So if you are on the same boat, if you are trading, if you are entering too early or too late, then don't delay on this live session. Stick to the session and you'll see that we'll explore that dimension, not to enter too early or too late. Not always, it's a journey, so you need to find out actually a balance, so that slowly you become a bit good at timing over and over again. So this is what we will be looking at here. You can see that this is the gold chart and on 15 minutes, and I want to see that the market has come down to this important liquidity zone, and then with patience we will be waiting for an entry opportunity, guys. I see that the likes are not as expected. Let me see. Guys, make sure that you are not missing out any of it. So I'm pausing for 2 seconds so that 9700 views, the likes also going to be 100. So let's see if it goes there. And also probably you missed to subscribe to the channel so that everything is in your home page. I see it's going up. That's awesome. Thank you for your support to the channel. And let's see that gold, where it is coming down to 1988 level or below that, then we will be looking for an entry opportunity once you will find that entry. So you see that local breakdown. Let me see also the news calendar to see where the next news coming up later today. Looking at the calendar, this is the news calendar on gold and other pairs that you will be looking at. So GBP at 5:45 a.m. early today in my zone has been released. The news, AUD also news been released early in the morning. Now later coming CAD news, and also again FOMC meeting minutes, so which is gonna be another crazy moment. And then tomorrow coming up AUD. So let's find out how these pairs are doing. So because of the AUD news and CAD news, gold also getting very volatile. So let me see that where gold is doing. So looking at here, this is the 1 hour chart. So this drop on gold is quite significant. We need to see that it has been able to break some of this structure here so that we can find that entry that we are looking at, because any kind of break from the structure will give us potential entry opportunity on gold. Okay, so let me see that, and gold, this is the level that we will be looking at, and also in the meantime we will be looking at GBP pairs also. Let me know, guys, which one you are at so that we are in the same page. Thank you very much for your support to the channel. Good morning, coach. How are you today? I'm good. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Do you think gold will dump it from here? I don't think so. It's a very strongly bull market. I don't think that gold gonna dump from here. Instead, we could see a pullback and then bounce up. But you know that trading or chart is, market will not listen to anyone. Market will move on its own way. The wise trader are those who knows how to play the game based on the market condition. This is what we discussed yesterday also, about being flexible and adaptable. Okay, so you saw that if you look at our practical life also, this is a very important point that we miss most of the time, being flexible and adaptable. So we saw that from this level there is a bounce at this point, looking at the major direction of the trend, which is potentially bullish on gold. And always trading with the trend is the best trading strategy one can ever have, because all the profitable traders trade with the trend. So the trend is up, so we'll be following the major direction of the trend. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so welcome everyone. to this live session, another one. So let's find out where is our next opportunity. So gold, we have had a level that you want to see that the market has been able to break, and then we'll be looking for that entry opportunity. Looking at Gbpjpy, there is a huge bounce on GJ. Back to back 2 candles has broken that low. I think that GJ might be preparing for now an upside bias. So we are on a trade on GJ which is running in profit, and we are holding it. I think Gbpjpy might be moving up and could be pushing high to create a new higher high, including the Gbpusd. Guys, Gbpusd trade, for those who were on the trade, we'll be discussing on that. This is the real education that we discussed before, so make sure that you are not missing out. If you are not profitable as a trader, then definitely here you need to look at where is the best to look at in terms of being a profitable as a trader. We are holding this trade from past week. So in that trade we had a 330 pip profit target. We are currently up to 175 pip on this trade. With the news, if we had a one spike to the upside, will give us that full profit on that. And along with the Gbpjpy also we are running on, so we'll be discussing on all of them in addition to any trade that we will be opening. So we do open quite a few live trades as well. Let me see here. Okay, so the locally gold is coming down, okay, which is market is at the top, and so there is a big bullish move here, and we want to see, this is the daily chart, and what we need to see so far the market has made a move, and what we need to see that the market has come down for a pullback so that we can look for another bullish opportunity. Rico, yeah, absolutely. You can let me know on the live chat. I will be adding you to that group. So looking at now on Gbpjpy, okay, so we'll be looking at GJ also, how it is doing now. GJ also, this is also a long-term bullish market. Now before I go to the Gbpjpy, let me know which one you are at so that we can look at together. Are you looking at any particular pair? So Gbpjpy, this is also, this market also had a huge drop. Now if you look at the weekly on GJ, the market has come down to a very, very important support level. Now why I am long on GJ, let me look at that, and also with the Gbpusd we'll be discussing that. First let me see, let me look at that on GJ, and let me see if we can add even a position here on GJ. So bringing up that trade. So if you bring our entry on GJ, then we'll be discussing at the strategy that we have used and all the reason that for the trade. So GJ buy at 184.86. So this is the trade on GJ currently we are running, which I am expecting it to bounce off this level. Now this is a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio trade as well. We are running around currently on this trade is 29 bit profit. Now the first thing that I have considered in this trade is that, as I mentioned before, there are three secrets in the market. Okay, so understanding secret is always will keep you ahead in the game. You saw that in this universe there are three secrets according to Nikola Tesla. If you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Similarly, if you want to know the secret of the market, think in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action. And this is the missing piece, because majority of the trader look at Elliott wave, harmonic patterns, interest rate, fundamental, but missing the real gist in the market, that is need to know the market structure, liquidity, and price action. So this is the heart of all the strategy that I use, and this is the heart of all the institutional trader who trades the market, looking in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action. So with that being said, if you look at this GJ, the market has come down to a level where the price seems like is undervalued. So this is also an underlying reason for being a long on GJ, when the market can see that here this support level is where previously the buyers were interested, right? The past is repeated, so you can see that the market has come down to the same level and got rejected. Very simple. Now along with that, we see that the market getting rejected, creating long week candles. And what I'm expecting on GJ for the price to bounce off to the resistance line, as if you look at the weekly candle, you can see the market has broken that back-to-back 2 weekly low, which also from the daily perspective, the market crossed the daily 20 EMA. The price, a chance that we could see a continuation towards its long-term uptrending market structure. And if we are right, we are to take 5 times. This is the also a very important aspect of trading, is to have a bigger profit target, smaller risk with proper risk management plan. And these are the some of the missing piece that most trader missing in their trading strategy, and because of that sometimes it's hard for some trader to be profitable. Now if you are on the same journey, that I would recommend you to pay attention, because this is the key. And also all the trade that I open, also I share in the VIP group, entry, stop loss, and take profit, so that everyone in the group can learn and grow as a trader. And I know that many of you already progressing with a very good feedback that I am getting, and I really want this to happen so that everyone can learn and grow as a trader. And to facilitate that, also as Black Friday, so I got quite a few feedback. So guys, with the Black Friday, I can, let me bring to see what I have quite a few requests for a discount coupon. Let me see, let me know if you want a discount coupon for the Black Friday, so that I can organize it. Let me see here how many traders requested. So let me bring that up. Okay. looking at on gold, we see primarily the price has been able to break that low. I will be more interested on when the price will be below the 1990 level, and then we can look at that, how we can find trading opportunity in the market. So at the moment, the most important part here is for us to wait patiently for the market to become overextended in that direction. So this is the main goal here. And with that being said, guys, let's move on with the next instrument that we can look at. And with a very quite number of requests that has come to me today. As I mentioned before, we had only few spots to take, as I'm getting packed up every day. Putting a lot of effort to help traders so that they can learn the strategy that I'm trading. They can trade the same strategy that I am trading. So to bring couple ups for those who are really enthusiastic to learn the strategy and to see all the trade that I am opening with entry, stop loss, and take profit, there is a new sale going on just for a couple of peoples. Once the spot is filled, we might be taking stop taking members, so it will be only given the first come first serve basis. So I have shared that coupon for Black Friday on the screen, you can see, and also I can share it on the live chat. So this is where there is only, you can use that on the lifetime access checkout, and once it is expired, it may not be valid anymore. So this coupon you can use on the lifetime access checkout, so that you can join Forex Trading Wizard Academy in this Black Friday to be part of the trading community. So with that said, let's look at now some of the USD pairs, also GBPUSD. Now GBPUSD, this instrument is still bullish, and we are on the trade that we have opened even in the past week. Okay, so I do that, I hold the trade for long term, even short term trade until I hit the full profit target. So this is the mindset that I try to implement, or I can say that rewire in all the members, all the all of you guys, because it's all about the mindset. Trading is 70% is the mindset, how you want to approach the market, how you want to how you handle the trade, how do you do the risk management, including the trading psychology. If you can master that, it becomes much easier. Either you are trading your own fund or trading on the prop firm. In every cases, the strategy is super important, and there is only that the way I trade, as I mentioned, with a bigger profit target, it is compatible for trading with a smaller fund, with a bigger fund, because whatever way you are trading, okay, the most important part here is not to be impatient with the trade. Let me give you an example. See, this is not only that one trade or couple of trades. It is a mindset. Let me bring an example that I have got early today. So let me bring that. Okay, so if I look at some of the feedback, for example, the one that we are running on GBPJPY and also GBPUSD, I see that when, see if you can relate that with you, which is very important. When you open a trade, when it goes to the profit, let's say have gone certain level, has come back even to your, again to the drawdown level, do you hesitate with that trade that to close out without any reason because of the emotion, right? This is where the most important part. See, when a trade goes to the profit, it has come back to your drawdown level or to the entry. Do you hesitate that to close the trade or to do something, which is very normal, which is very normal human um, response? And this is where to work on as a trader, is to um, have a faith that okay, this trade have opened, have a profit target 3 times, 5 times. I need to let that trade to go to the profit target. Now you might say how it is so important. That may give you a challenge. This is the challenge that will change, transform your life as a trader, trust me. Let me give you a challenge. The challenge is that all the trade that you took in the past 1 week, okay, all the trade that you took in the past 1 week with the entry and stop loss, plot them on the chart and then let it go for 5 times. I'm repeating again, I have a challenge for you today. The challenge is that all the trade that you open in the past week, in the past 1 week, plot them on the chart, give exact entry and stop loss, just move your take profit target to the 5 times. What do you mean by 5 times? If your stop loss is 10 pip, put it on the 100 pip profit target. If your stop loss is 50 pip, then put it on the 250 pip profit target. And let the trade replay the chart and see what happened. Are you profitable or not? If you are not profitable in that way, with 1% risk, 5% gain with that trade, then I will resign from this academy. This is the challenge. So that means that where are lacking trader? Why those trade are prematurely closed before it goes to the profit target? There is one only reason, is the emotion. What kind of emotion? Emotion of fear and emotion of greed. Let's get to that point. How do you combat that emotion? How does that emotion impact? We'll be discussing on that. Let me see what happened with gold and then I will be talking about it again. We saw there is a 4-hour candle closed and then we'll see what happened here. So this is the 15-minute chart. The market just has tested the 20 EMA and then got a little bit of rejection. Still not there. I want to see that it has come back down to this support level. So Gbpsd, if we look at along with the gold, which is showing significantly bullish, and I want to see that it has formed a double bottom, guys, here, and that with a doji we can expect a bounce off that level, and if it is managed to bounce off, we should see that it's gonna move up for a bigger movement to the upside with a double bottom formation. So you made $1,000 today, very good. But we'll be back tomorrow. Well done, congratulations. So you made $1,000, very good. Make sure that you always keep that in your account. So there are a couple of things also that is undeniable, is that you see when you know that why do I have a question. Let me um, let me tell you. So let's say a trader has made a good profit in his account. Okay, a trader has made a good profit in his account. Why do a trader give that money away back to the market? Let's go to the fundamental. Okay, this will change your life, trust me. So this is the question: why do traders give back to the market? Okay, this is the question. See, if you are not being able, not willing to explore this sometimes little bit of uncomfortable question, then you're not gonna make it happen, because you know that you have a dream to be a profitable trader, to be financially free, to get rid of 12 hours job. That because I have gone through every fiber of that. When I begin my trading journey, I was doing 12 hours job. As a engineer, I was working on a consultancy firm, sometimes construction firm, as a civil engineer. But that was deadly game, because um, it was a huge exhausting. Okay, and the working is really hard in the current situation, right? Waking up very early in the morning, and then going to the factory, going to the site, all day long working, coming in the evening exhausted, falling asleep, and there is no proper holiday. So that was really really exhausting. And from that place, I moved to this, and I know exactly what every people in that situation going through, because I have gone through all of them. There is a saying that if you have never bitten by a snake, then you don't know how it feels like to be the pain of being bitten by a snake. So I understand, and that's why I focus on those points. So why do traders give back money to the market? So let me see that how you guys are approaching to that question. Let me know. Good day, coach. Can you please add me to the new? Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Do that. Ma'am, coach, any update? Dollar yen. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Sure. I short GJ. Close all the bottom. Enter long. Close. Mr. Snowman. Okay, very good. So you did a good job. Morning, Mr. Snowman. Yes. Black Friday. Yes, okay. So Black Friday code is given. So Black Friday code is only limited, because last time we had quite a few spots, but this time we have only limited spot. As I mentioned, that I'm putting special attention, um, you know, taking Zoom classes, and also giving more effort to convey the strategy, and to increase our to maintain our profitability in our trading. So I have only limited spots, and if the code is gone, so it is only for lifetime access plan. You can use that coupon. Once the offer is ended, the spot is filled, the coupon might not work. So it is only given first come first serve basis. So if you see that somehow the coupon is not going through, that means that the spot is filled. So you can take that advantage today morning. Black Friday code, yeah, given. Use it as fast as you can, because it's gonna ending very soon. Good morning, Mark. Thank you. GJ, coach will resign. So let me know. Okay, so very good. Thank you. Yes, yes. If you plot that last 2 weeks trade, give me the results that you are not being profitable, then this is what I've given you the challenge. Take it. That will change your complete belief. You know that how our brain works. Let me go to that point, because at the end of the day, everything comes from our brain, right? All the decision, all the action, all the emotion is created in the brain. So you need to know how it works. So imagine that it is head. Okay, now in that head we see this midbrain, which is the emotional brain. All the emotion comes from that. Now, how does a trader from a non-trader to become a trader? Okay, so let's say you are not a non-trader, though you are a trader. Imagine that you are not a trader, you are not profitable trader, let's say. Now, how do you become not profitable to a profitable using your brain, right? This is the power that you can take into you, because everything external to you is not yours, but its brain is yours, that you can use it to give you the full advantage of it. So anything we do, it creates what's called a neuro pathway. So any new things we do, the neurons fire. So when the neurons fire, they fuse together and create a pathway that is called a neuro pathway. Imagine that the first day you ride a bike, how it was uncomfortable to you, or ride a car, how it was uncomfortable to you. But now you can ride a bike even without thinking about it, because your brain has created that neuro pathway. So in the beginning, anything, because the neuro pathway is not created, it feels a little bit of uncomfortable. You need to pay attention to it, create an awareness. But once you do something repetitively, it creates a neuro pathway. So do you have a neuro pathway? Yes, you have a neuro pathway, and that neuro pathway is to close the trade early, to move the stop loss further, to take a bigger risk, to let the loser running close the winner, to make sure that you secure some profit. And that's the neuro pathway that you have. So to break that neuro pathway, you need to create a new neuro pathway. And to create a new neuro pathway, you don't need a lot of trades. Allow yourself to take 10 to 15 trades. This is a research based results. So allow yourself to take 10 to 15 trades accordingly, according to the strategy, and you create a new neuro pathway. So neuro pathway is what I call the energy channel. So where the energy channels moves, and you started to create a new trading pattern. Okay, everything is pattern, right? So you, once you create that pattern, you repeat that pattern, it becomes strengthen and strengthen and strengthen, and it become your conviction, and you become consistently profitable trader. Very simple. And that is why it is important that you always look at you always focus on a strategy, and then repetitively doing it over and over again. And to help on that, also I'm here. You have a big community here, this trading community. Also, if you are our VIP, there is a VIP chat group where you can talk to each other, talk to them, ask them any question, but always take others' opinion, make your own decision. This is the wisest word that you will ever have heard of. Don't make your trading decision based on someone else's opinion. Okay, so let's move on that. Let me see now here. So I want to see that why did you come up with that why do traders give back to the market? We'll be coming to that point. That before that, let me see what's happening with GBPJPY. We see that there is a bounce of this level, and if GJ managed to break to the upside, we should see further movement on this market. We might see even consolidation here, and then I want to see that the market managed to change its trend to the upside. Okay, so let me see here on also on the GBPUSD, also the same way. Black Friday. Good morning from Nigeria, coach. Is there any correlation between DXY and cryptos? Yes, there is. They all are interrelated. It's like an energy pond. Okay, we'll discuss it. Okay, lack of knowledge and over trading. That's why we give money back to the market. Muhammad Sharif. Okay, please give GBP USD analysis on sell setup. Okay, so I need to give a GBP USD on sell setup. Why? If I give a buy setup, GBP JPY buy. Okay, let me see on GJ. We see that this is where I want to see that the market is getting rejected from this level. If it breaks down, that might be a long-term change of trend, but it's still on the verge for potential upside. Okay, so let it aside. Let me see that on dollar yen, how it is doing. This market had a huge breakdown at this point. Do you want to see that it has reversed? So dollar CAD, as CAD news coming later today. So dollar CAD, if we look at the daily, this is a little bit in a sideways movement. I think that with the news, we might see that dollar CAD, yes, this is a purely sideways market. We want to see the market has been able to break out of this triangle, then we can look for the market to give us an entry. Okay, so I'll quickly look at, so GBP USD looks potentially bullish. I'll just quickly look at all of the pairs to see how they are doing. CHFJPY, Euro AUD. Okay, so Euro AUD, if I look at this market from the bigger picture, also it is a bull market. From the monthly, from the monthly also Euro AUD is a bullish market. So Euro AUD, if you look at this market, this is the monthly candle, a big bullish candle followed by a monthly doji here on Euro AUD. Looking at the weekly, we can see that there is a weekly bullish engulfer followed by 2 weeks Euro AUD had a pullback here. And if we look at the daily, this is the daily candle on Euro AUD, and today if we see that Euro AUD has been able to penetrate this support, I will look for going long on Euro AUD because it's a bull market. So from the intraday, this is the 4 hour, the previous session had a pin bar. I want to see that first of all Euro AUD has been able to break this low here, which is the stronger support, break that low, create that false breakout, and then bounce off that level. When the market will be overextended in that direction, we can look for that potentially buying opportunity on Euro AUD. Okay, so we will see how we can take an opportunity on Euro AUD. All the Euro pairs looks bullish except Euro JPY, and majority of the pairs that on Euro we see that bullish, and including the Euro dollar we see that This market also, euro dollar also showing bullish momentum. Starting with this bounce, we saw that there was a huge breakout. So looking at the daily on euro dollar, after this bullish engulfer, price already has broken this resistance, and I think that we should see further upside before coming down for deeper pullback. This is the weekly price action on euro AUD, and with this weekly bullish engulfer followed by another bullish candle will give us euro dollar potential upside. So looking at from the intraday perspective on euro dollar, you can see there is a liquidity grab. So it is potentially moving up. Any news later today, local breakdown will give another opportunity, and I think that in USDPR on including the euro, we might see a local breakdown with the news that can give us an opportunity to go long, as I always look for that, for a breakdown for potential buying. So from the gold perspective, okay, so we saw that gold after breaking the low had a bounce. This is the support level that I have drawn on gold from 30 minutes. This is a very important level of support. The way it is dropping, we can expect now gold to come down to retest and then to continue to rise to the upside again. Okay, so looking at again GBP JPY to see. Okay, so we will be holding the trade for a bigger profit target. So let's go back to that question again. Just have a quick look at if there is an opportunity in the market. News coming on 15 minutes. I don't see any news on 15 minutes high impact. So CAD news coming. Probably you are looking at yesterday's news that has already been released, which has gone GBP. Okay, so there's no news at the moment. Okay, so the answer has come out for this one. Why do traders give back money to the market? Okay, so looking at again going back to gold to see. $1988, $1989 level is super important. It managed to drop that far. Definitely we'll see potential buying opportunity. Okay, so we saw here it has broken this liquidity zone and then form a bullish candle, and followed by we saw another bullish candle. This is a now, even from the bullish trend perspective, a bit strongly overextended. We can expect for the price to break any of the swing low. There is a fair value gap here, and from that zone we can expect for the price to bounce off this level due to over trading and greed. Okay, so to answer that question of why do traders give back money to the market, let's go to the basis of that question, like, you know, um like fundamental way of thinking, that going to the root of what it is the belief. Okay? Is the belief that traders don't hold yet who has that. And that is why when traders got that money in their trade, they can make that profit, they give it back, go back to where they are. So this is why, along with learning the strategy, along with developing the trading psychology, you need to be prepared for the capital that you can see in your trading account. Okay, so you need to develop that belief that this is what you made and it's yours, so keep it with you. Okay, and that is one of the most important part of trading psychology, that you need to, every trader need to believe that this is what it is. Because if you don't believe that this is what you deserve and you should, it's worthy of, then you feel very uncomfortable, which is very uncomfortable sometimes. And that's why creating a very strong awareness is very important. Okay, so you know that for those who had a losing trade, big loss in trading, why does this comes from, where does this come from? The big losses is from, you know, it is happened to also, as I mentioned, that the traders closes position early before it reaches its full potential, is because of the fear. So what does fear does is, fear put our brain into fight and flight response. The only thing that fear does is it switch you to fight and flight response. So no matter in trading, in every aspect in life, all the decision coming from the place of fear will deteriorate your situation, no doubt about it, because it's come from the flight and fight response. The only thing the brain, because it's our old brain, which is, you know, very older brain, emotional brain. And then how do you, like, when it comes down to trading, it's very sometimes very become very detrimental. And you'll see that when you are trading, you're very motivated, you know, dedicated, we all like that. So I'm going to make good profit today, discipline, everything's fine. And just an window of 30 minutes, you will be like, it becomes like a very emotional, and that 30 minutes is enough to give you a big loss. And then you realize, okay, what did I do that 30 minutes, shouldn't have done that. And you wake up and that response is gone, but your action causes that account to lose complete balance, right? So then you understood that the brain switched to fight and flight response, which causes emotional trigger, irrational decision that we give back to the market, or what we have, we lose it. How do you combat that? How do you turn that brain from a flight and fight response to a situation where you make an informed, calm decision that give you good trading results? So let's go to that point. That's the solution from that problem, right? How do you do that? Let me ask the second question before we go to the another instrument, and then we'll come back to that question. Now, how do you combat fight and flight response? How do you eliminate or reduce combat? So now this is the question, that how do you combat fight and flight response that triggers a huge emotion in the brain that most of the time causes us to lose money as a trader? So let's go to that point. And before we go to that point, let me review the chart on gold. What's happening here is that you look at the lower time frame, 15 minutes. The reason I have leveled that up, you see there is a weakless candle. There was a break and weakless candle. Below this level, there is a liquidity, and liquidity acts like a magnet with the price. And you could see that the market is coming down, gather the liquidity, and then bouncing off that level. This is what I'm expecting for a drop, and so that we can find an entry on gold. Okay, so in addition to that, looking at GJ, which is after this move, which is coming down here, I want to see that it's bouncing off this level. This is a previous resistance, turn support here. Let it go, let it move. And looking at GBP USD, this market also extremely bullish. All right, so just looking at dollar yen and dollar CAD also. So dollar yen is still dropping down in that area, which is a pretty strong drop on dollar yen. If you look at the weekly here also, and also the monthly from the daily as well, dollar yen is potentially very strong drop. Now from the 4-hour perspective, after this big trend, we saw that dollar yen had a breakdown. But this breakdown, I normally wait for this kind of breakdown, because anything breaking down from a trend is a chance for a reversal. Anything breaking out from a trend is chance for a drop. So going against the crowd, it is like where everyone is in euphoric for selling, look for the potential where there is an opportunity for buying. Okay, so when it is like a, this market is a bull market, so dollar yen is slowly getting too much undervalued. So what happened, how the sentiment work is that when something is trying to drop, everyone wait. But when it is slowly dropping, at some point when it becomes nearly overextended, it is called the euphoric state of the market, and that is where too much sell comes, that makes that asset or instrument undervalued. Okay, so and that is where the buying. Okay, so this is what the majority of the traders who are really consistently profitable in the market, they look for this kind of entry. And including myself, I do the same way to find the market that is euphoric, so that we can find an entry for bigger profit target. Lux at Trena. Okay, so by I got one answer, that how to combat that fight and flight response. Um, so by meditating every morning, you say, okay, anyone has any other solution? Because this is where um, this is where the most of the solution comes of this. So how do you combat that flight and fight response? Is there any other response? Then I'll go to that. So GJ is still. So if you look at the GBP monthly, see this price from the monthly, which is basically almost on the monthly support level. Okay, so looking at the weekly, which is, we see that also from the weekly overextended. If I delete that, we see that it has come to the weekly support level, and from the daily also you see this market is overextended to the downside. Okay, so below this level, below 184.55, there is a high liquidity, and the market managed to bounce to the upside from this support level, maintaining that. So you should see another wave of uprise, which is very highly likely. I want to see that the market is remaining below this level unless crazy drop. Maintaining risk management is very thin, coach, feeling fear, disciplined, and strategy. Okay, so no, the question was how to combat fight and flight response. So because when you are on a fight and flight response, you even can't maintain the discipline, right? When the brain is the fight and flight response, the first thing that you need to maintain is to turn that brain, to take that state of fight and flight response away from the brain, right? Doing something that will make the brain not to be anxious or fearful, so that it don't generate that emotion, so that your judgment and decision become rational. So how to do that? Let's clearly look at how the brain works again. It will change your trading completely. Trust me, it will change your way of trading. Everyone knows the strategies, technical analysis, but this is where everyone is lacking. So imagine that a man, okay, sitting by the beach. I'm not a very good draw. I can't draw well. Is it by sitting by the beach, looking like that? Yeah. Let's say sitting by the beach, okay, deep blue ocean, having some kind of fun, having a juice. So how does the man will breathe? Like, breathing is very important, because this is where we take the oxygen on the brain. Now imagine that the other man, okay, he's on a house, okay, standing in front of a lion, okay, big lion. This is a lion. Let's assume that this is a lion. Okay, so here is the difference, because when there is a lion, there is a threat to that man, okay, and his brain is in the flight and fight response. No matter how much lesson you give him, how to do the risk management, or how to do, how much assurity you give him. Okay, you stay tonight with the lion, don't worry, this lion is very good, okay, very friendly, he will give you a lot of love and kiss over the night, stay with that lion. How many assurity you give, the man's brain will be in the fight and flight, right? Because the brain doesn't care about what you say, it only care about what it sees in front of it, because the job of the brain is to keep you alive and safe. All right, so the brain will generate that emotion of fear, and the brain doesn't understand anything else, it only sees what happening. So then how do you feel in that moment? You start to faint, right? Chase that lion and you're gonna faint. You're fainting, okay, your breath is very shallow and you just fainting. So the brain take that response as a fight and flight. What happened with this man? His brain is not in fight and flight, because he is relaxed, fasting, okay, and very happy, because he sees the beach and there is no threat here. So his brain is it's not in a fight and flight. So then why the trading triggers that fight and flight response? Because the lion is the losing trade. The lion is the trade that is not going in your favor, is the lion. The lion is the trade that has gone to 100 pip profit and has come back to your entry, is a lion. All right, so because the brain take it literally, the same response that with the lion, brain take it literally, because brain doesn't understand that lion and the trade, it only understand what is threat and what is the success with you. So to combat that, try to relax yourself by any means, okay? Or go out of that place, go for a walk, do something that will make you feel calm and relax. If you have nothing to do, just take a deep breath, okay? A deep breath, not only one, 5, 10 times. So then once you take that, the brain will start to get the signal from the breath that it's on the relaxed state, okay? There is nothing to be worried. Even if you see the trade not going in your favor or feel like taking more risk, lot of response, that will completely eliminate by the brain that no, it's okay, everything's fine, everything doing well. And then you're gonna turn that brain switch from the fight and flight to the relaxed state, and that will eliminate a lot of fear and unnecessary. You'll see completely a different picture in your trading than the other way. So this is how very easily you can combat that fight and flight response. Not only in trading, it will change your life if you know how to do that, in many areas of the life. So let's keep that up, developing as a trader and learning and growing. Let me see here on gold what it did, and then we'll be looking at that. So from the 15 minutes here, we see a long wick candle is being formed, and I think that we might see here a bit more downside. So there is a consolidation, not a very good place for buying, but once we see that opportunity, we'll be looking to that. Let me know what's your opinion on that, how to combat that flight and fight response. You still on GBP? Yes, I'm still on Gbpjpy trade, still running. Yeah, so this is what, this is what happened if you are on a if you are in a fear inside any trade, that probably you have risking too much. Yeah, absolutely. This is the main reason that we risk too much and then go to the fear mode. But that's a pattern that will repetitively will bring more and more fear for you. So you're gonna fear and you take a big risk, and then you'll see that it will trigger another fear to take further risk. Okay, so let's now look at the GJ in that area. Okay, so GJ is it has formed a long wick here on GJ. Really didn't like this middleman here, because that one might be moving that price down. But looking at the daily, it is in a very important level on the daily time frame, which eventually we look at the daily. Okay. Might even break the 1854 level, which is possible as well. But because it's a long-term bull market, I'm expecting it to bounce off that level. We look at GBPUSD. Okay, so looking at GBPUSD, GBPUSD is really good at the moment, and we are holding that trade also on GBPUSD. I want to see that the market is bouncing off that level and then going to give us the full profit that we need on GBPUSD. Okay, here on gold again, as CAD news coming later today, we see that here on gold the market is a little bit in a pullback, and from the 15 minutes again we see that after testing this level the market's trying to bounce off this level. So there is a bullish price action here a little bit. Maybe it's a very little risk reward possible. There is a potential for a bit more upside from this level. I need to see that a very good risk to reward. Here is a bullish price action. There's a long wick candle. There's a long wick candle back to back 3. So on the GBPUSD also the price is doing exactly the same way. So we see that with the news coming up, we might see some kind of movement. Dollar CAD also preparing for potential move. I think the dollar CAD is still, you can see it's in a sideway. So we might see that dollar CAD also giving us any kind of entry. So looking at all of them, guys, I will be still remaining bullish on gold, and I want to see that the market has been able to penetrate that level here, especially below this support. Once we see that entry, I will be looking to enter as soon as I will find potential entry opportunity. And I strongly believe that, guys, you are enjoying the live session. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification, and also use the coupon that has given to join us with Black Friday sale. Limited spots available for lifetime access plan. You can join today to be part of the trading community using the link in the description. You can visit us. With that said, as another session coming up with the New York session, I will be there to with all of you guys to trade live with the news coming up. And until that, stay well, stay happy. And in the meantime, if you want to join the broker that I'm trading, link below this video in the description, you can join that if you are looking to join a regulated broker. So with that said, I'll see you again in the next live. Thank you for being here. I hope that you found value. And we do often open live trade, but you want to see that good trade in the market, then we will be opening. And Kumar, any chance of GJ to bounce back? So GBP JPY, there is a chance for bounce back. Let's keep up. Make sure that everyone, any trade you open, do the risk management. It might break this support, and then we could see that bounce back possible on GJ. Thank you, and I'll